Okay, so by the time this video comes out, Wuthering Waves Rinascita will have been released. Now, obviously this is all great and everything, and people are very, very excited, but it seems like there are some people that are not so excited for this version 2.0 update. Now, tomorrow I'll have a full video about all my thoughts on the story and just the overall area of Rinascita, because again, I do really want to give you guys my opinion on it as soon as it comes out. But for now, we have a situation going on with even more Hoyoverse fans attacking Wuthering Waves just before release. And well, we're going to be going through exactly what they did, what's actually happening, what Wuthering Waves are actually doing to combat this, and also just the problem with how Wuthering Waves are marketing their stuff at the moment and how they're allowing this kind of stuff to actually happen. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it, and also to give yourself, use my code CASA where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. I definitely recommend going over there because again, they have a ton of really nice stuff, so yeah, use my code CASA and you get yourself 10% off, which is just great. But let's get back into the video. So Wuthering Waves recently released this live stream, which was pretty much counting down to the release of Rinascita. Now obviously this is probably ended by the time you're seeing this video, but it's just got both male rover and female rover just sat in a tub pup just watching some TV or something like that, which I think is kind of funny. And again, it's just counting down until the Rinascita update actually comes out. Now I'm not sure if this is after the maintenance as well. I think it is literally just counting down to when the maintenance will start. But again, we'll have to wait and see, but it's a very good idea of just like keeping people reminded of when Rinascita is coming out, because again, some people don't really know in terms of time zones, so it's good for me to see, oh, it's only in 15 hours, okay, I can go look at that. But the problem with every single live stream Wuthering Waves does is that they keep the chat open. Now, I think, you know, there is a kind of problem with the chat and everything like that, which Wuthering Waves really need to sort out in a lot of their live streams, because there's this post on r/Wuthering Waves saying someone should really tell the YouTube mods to set up better filter systems for stream. This is the second time they're running into the same problem. Now, obviously, this is all of the screenshots from this chat. Obviously, it's people saying, down with Gacha Gaming, glory to Hoyoverse, hail Dawei, wuwa EOS coming soon, which obviously, if you saw my revenue video, last video, then you'll know that it's not EOS. You know, we're doing pretty good at the moment, and I think Rinascita is definitely going to boost up a lot of the revenue with a lot of the new characters that are coming out, including Carlotta and also Rocha, who I'm pretty sure Rocha is going to be a much more excitable character in terms of people actually wanting to pull for her. Like, it's hard to say that just because me personally, I don't really like her design that much, but I do think a lot of people are actually going to have a lot of fun and be surprised by her playstyle. Now, if we keep going, we can actually see that, you know, there's other stuff as well saying, you know, some saying F Genshin, hail Honkai Starro, he's unemployed, things like that. So it seems like a lot of people are just adding these bots to the kind of chat and everything like that, and we've seen it quite a lot in some of the previous Wuthering Waves streams as well, with the actual live stream for the version 2.0 preview, which again, there was a big problem with that, and then Wuthering Waves actually sorted that out by just adding mods in there. And I think this is what they need to do if they're going to keep chat on, is they need just moderators there on different time zones, whether they're paid or not, just to kind of sit there and kind of get rid of some of these comments, because again, they kind of fill up the chat and ruin it for everyone. And you can even see in the comments if we go down, you know, this person here says Co should hire mods. Like, every game gets this bot attacks, but it gets immediately blocked. So apparently this is happening to a lot of games. It's not just Wuthering Waves, but I do feel like a lot of the Hoyoverse kind of centered stuff is directed towards Wuthering Waves. Like, I don't think many other games are getting Hoyoverse spam. Maybe that's the case, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I feel like the Wuthering Waves and, you know, kind of Genshin Impact / Hoyoverse kind of rivalry is much there, and there's a lot of people much more incentivized to go over to Wuthering Waves and do that, whereas like, you know, Nikkei or something like that, you know, no one really cares about Hoyoverse over that. I do think it is just mainly Wuthering Waves is the ones that are being targeted by this. And obviously, if we keep going, someone says down here, as someone who plays Genshin, what a bunch of idiots. And it seems like a lot of the Genshin players as well are also getting fed up by some of these people, because let's be real, this isn't just the entire Hoyoverse fan base being scared of Wuthering Waves, and that is what they are. You know, the reason why they're doing this is because they are scared that, you know, something bad will happen, or, you know, something, you know, their game will die or something like that, which obviously won't happen. Obviously, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star, and Zelda Zone Zero are all massive games. Zelda Zone Zero just had a soft relaunch, which means, you know, they're going to be going on for quite a long time more, which is great to see. But obviously, Wuthering Waves having such a big update as Rinascita, people are scared that, you know, maybe it will do better than some of their other games, because let's be real, they do add a ton of updates which are better than what Hoyoverse bring out. But does that mean it's going to kill the game? Well, obviously not, because they've already got this hype, they've already got all this money to actually kind of, you know, do all of this promotion, whereas Wuthering Waves doesn't have as much. I know they've like recently had the 10-cent thing, but they still don't have as much as like Hoyoverse do, just to go and spend on stuff like advertising to bring new people to the game. We've actually seen the company itself, Hoyoverse, getting scared over, you know, people switching over to Wuthering Waves, including that whole situation with that Japanese streamer, which Ryuko actually covered on his channel. Again, that was absolutely crazy of them telling this person that they can't go over and play Wuthering Waves, or that, you know, it'd be very nice if they stopped. And then eventually they just kind of left Hoyoverse. It seems like now they're actually being sponsored by Hoyoverse to go to some of their events, which I find absolutely hilarious. It's so funny that, you know, Wuthering Waves are like, oh damn, you like our products and you kind of got bullied by the last company? Oh, okay, well, we'll just like be nice to you, which is like another W Kuro move, I would say there. But again, it is kind of crazy that this kind of stuff is happening, because I think people are just overreacting way too much, including the company itself. You know, it's really not the end of the world. Wuthering Waves is just doing good, and not everyone's going to pick up and leave as soon as Wuthering Waves release a good update. But and obviously whenever it comes to the players and people that really want to protect them and everything like that, well, you know, they're actually going to go into the chats and say this kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully Wuthering Waves do kind of like add some kind of filter system, or add some moderators that can kind of get rid of this, because this kind of title is telling me that there isn't like a kind of option for them to set up a better filter system for streams. But again, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that, because it would be very useful if YouTube could add a feature like that, because yeah, we're just getting completely bombarded by all of the spam. Now, what have Wuthering Waves actually done since? Well, if I look at the chat right now, it seems to be pretty empty. I don't know if that's just due to this person getting bored, or just the bots suddenly stopping working or something like that. Well, you know, I don't really know, but it seems like the chat has gone back to normal, but I'll keep watching it as it goes on, because again, that could change in the future. I'm not sure. But it is crazy this kind of stuff happens. As I said, there's people in the community now that are saying that they don't really want these people to be saying this, even if they do just like exclusively play Genshin or exclusively play Honkai Star. They're getting fed up of these people that are defending Hoyoverse so much, because they realize the kind of bad stuff they've done. Obviously, recently, if you guys have seen, there was a situation with the Mavwika banner. Obviously, they released a ton of free pools, which is great. You know, Genshin Impact actually releasing some free pools. Wow, that's pretty good. But also, let's release them after the banner characters that you actually want, which is absolutely crazy that they've actually done that. Even like Wuthering Waves, I don't want to compare it too much to Wuthering Waves, but you know, Wuthering Waves, we literally get it on the first day of Rinascita, which I think is absolutely amazing, because it means I can put on characters like Carlotta and stuff like that. That's the whole point why people bring out free kind of, you know, Prima Gems, free kind of Astrite, free whatever you're kind of playing. But in Genshin Impact's case, they're just like, oh no, let's just make sure they can't spend it on a character that they like. Because what's the point? I don't really see the point in doing it either, because it's not like you're making less money on a certain character, because they're going to spend it one day, whether it's, you know, on a super popular character like Mavwika, or some not so popular character like a Rewan banner. Like, they're still spending those free pools, so it doesn't really make a difference whether they spend it on, you know, which character. So that makes absolutely no sense to me, and it seems like the Genshin community are very mad about that. And hopefully it is kind of opening up their eyes to see that Hoyoverse is a company like this, and they've done this for many years, and obviously me covering this content for many years as well, you know, I can obviously see the kind of differences that have been made, but also the lack of differences that have been made in such a very long time span. I mean, Genshin Impact has barely changed since I first started covering it a couple years ago. So again, it's kind of crazy that that kind of stuff is even happening in the space. And it seems like a lot of people are also just venting out their frustrations in Wuthering Waves' chat, instead of actually, you know, pointing it towards the developers, which actually do need to, you know, fix their game. Because again, they actually do need to step up things a bit and actually be more community focused. But it seems like that's just not really happening. Well, at least mainly with Genshin Impact. Obviously, with Honkai Star and Zelda Zone Zero, they actually do listen a little bit more. Obviously, this is because separate developers, etc. They can kind of listen to their player base a little bit more. There's literally a couple minutes until the 3.0 update is about to come out, so we'll see how much they've actually given away, how much they're actually doing for this update. But again, it's very interesting, and I just want to keep you guys up to date, because again, Hoyo Show's attacking Wuthering Waves, you know, that sounds like a pretty good title. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, the Hoyoverse fans are getting a bit scared of Rinascita, or do you think it's just a, you know, a harmless little thing of just some random dude with a bot or something, and he's just kind of just like testing it out on a chat? You never know. But again, if you guys did enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to Game Subs, as I said, get 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.